Hey yo guys, what's going on? We're back with another video and I just want to discuss, what's going on with the NBA right now, and that's crazy how, a team like Denver would be able to take over the Clippers and just and then just beat them up. I mean, it's so awesome how I think Denver played against Jazz in a Game 7 and beat them by a lot. And then they moved to the Clippers and did the exact same thing and then beat the Clippers. Well, that's amazing. I honestly thought the Clippers were making it to the finals. Sorry, Lakers fans. I thought the Clippers were going to move on to the next round. Then, take on Los Angeles Showdown. And then Clippers move to the finals against probably, I don't know, Heat or Boston. I don't know much about both of them, but if anything, I would think that Boston would win just because of the effort that they showed against the Raptors. And the Raptors, literally, to be honest, whenever the Raptors won against Boston, it was by a very little bit, but whenever Boston won against Toronto, it was by a lot. So what I'm thinking is that it was kind of, just Raptors did an amazing job. They will forever be my champs. And I just can't wait for next season and what's going to happen in the future. So we'll see what Nick Nurse does, but it's all up to NBA and whatever he thinks. Maybe he could draft Giannis or something from Milwaukee. Maybe he can make a trade with them, because apparently there's some rumors that Giannis may leave Milwaukee because he's been there for a long time and he's really just carrying the team. So he wants to move somewhere else that he can win. And if he wants to move to a team that he can win on, then he's going to have to choose a couple of teams. And if anything, I think Raptors or Miami Heat may be the best choices for Giannis. But we aren't talking about that right now. We are talking about the Clippers and Nuggets problem. So, if you guys are Nuggets fans, congratulations. Because I don't think there's many of you that are Nuggets fans. And I also watched a little bit of the game and the highlights and stuff. And it looks like Jokic got a lot of points, He played a lot better in Game 6. He got a lot of points then. I don't know, but it looks like Kawhi got a lot of points too with Paul George, but the other team was kind of on a slump and they didn't know what was going on. And all I saw on the court is Denver was all pumped up, fired up, ready to go, and they literally just demolished the Clippers. I thought the Clippers are going to make it, and I was actually kind of scared because I actually had a feeling that Denver Nuggets were actually a hard team to beat from Game 6 when I saw how much points, Jokic could gotten, and that there's a Canadian on the team. But, anything could happen. It's all just the NBA. I don't know, but this year there's been some things that everybody has thought of that was gonna happen, but then they all got turned around. This whole NBA thing, this whole NBA tournament and whatever for the cup, is really hard for shut up. It's really hard for all the teams, and it was very confusing too. I thought it was gonna be a whole different tournament. I knew that Lakers would move on to the conference finals or whatever, but all the other stuff I didn't know if Rockets would make it to the next round because you've seen Oklahoma. They've been a pretty tough team to beat. And then at the other end with the Clippers and Denver problem, I mean, the fact how the Mavericks can actually like tie up all the games with the Clippers just shows you that the Clippers are not playing good in this playoffs, you know. I expected them to play a lot better just because they had an amazing team. And I think they could have taken the whole Larry O'Brien trophy. Actually, that was my guess, but no. They lost by a lot. They didn't even make it to the Lakers round. Holy crap, man. And that shows you that Nuggets are either a really good team or the Nuggets have like really good, you know, positive energy that says we can never give up. We have to keep trying as hard as possible. Come on, let's get some threes, guys. And they have good team effort. So it's gonna, people think, oh, Lakers are gonna easily take Nuggets to the bottom of the, you know, earth. But honestly, if we're looking on the western side, I think Denver versus the Lakers actually may be close. Probably because of how good Denver's been playing, you know, this whole playoffs. Oh my gosh, they're amazing. So if they ever take it to a game 7, then I think Denver's going to take it. If they don't, then maybe not. I don't know, but I think it's going to be a close kind of series between Lakers versus Denver. And I personally think it could be either or, basically just like the Boston versus Heat thing going on. And, man, I mean, Clippers played horrible in the playoffs. Same with Raptors with Pascal, you know. They have played horrible in the playoffs. And it could also be because of Nick Nurse's coaching skills as a coach for the Raptors during that playoff season, which I thought was horrible. He did not do a good job during the playoff season. But he is a really good coach, but he just didn't do great in the playoffs, and he just kept putting Pascal on. That's just messed up, man. If you see that a player is not, like, doing good for the team, then you're not just going to keep him on for bad luck. You want to take him off and try to put someone else on. Maybe try to put on your bench players for once. Like, I don't know this man, guys, but I think Raptors shouldn't have took it in 7. I think Raptors shouldn't have took the game in 7. They shouldn't have took game 7. Like, at the start of the Boston versus Raptors series, we all thought it was over, man, when the Boston won 2 games at the start. But then Raptors just got that back and won. Like, game 2 for the Boston was kind of luck, because honestly, how many threes Marcus Smart is going to get, man, right? And then we're going to see a Heat versus Boston match, which is going to be amazing. And then we're going to see another series that may be amazing too. Denver versus Lakers. If I were to say who would move to the finals, I would say Boston versus Denver. I'm not sure about I think Denver in 7 would be good for when they're going against the Lakers. Denver in 7, but I'm a Lakers fan too. Like, my 2 favorite teams would probably be the Raptors and the Lakers. But, like, honestly, if we have to be real, guys, we can't only go for the Lakers. So I gotta go for Denver. I think Denver is gonna move to the finals. And between Boston and Heat, it's kind of like edgy because the past game that just went on, Heat versus Boston, Heat literally just took the game, man. There's a bunch of turnovers the whole game. Heat was on fire, literally. Heat was Heat, and they played amazingly great. Their defense at the start of the game was amazing, and they just had so much energy this game. I thought Boston did get a lot of threes, and they played pretty good shooting. And, but for when we're talking about defense, not really. Heat played amazingly good. Honestly, I think it could be just like the Lakers versus Denver season. I think maybe it'll go to a Game 7 Boston versus Heat, and for Lakers versus Denver, Game 7, I think. Because I don't know what could happen. I'm just maybe gonna guess Boston versus Denver, but how Heat's been playing this playoff season was awesome. So we could see Heat going against either team from the Western Conference in the finals. That would be amazing. I'd like to see that. Wow. This whole series has been so weird. I'm surprised Brooklyn Nets didn't even take one game against the Raptors. That's sad. With the Philadelphia and Boston thing, I guess I kind of knew Boston would take it like that. And then when we're going to the other side of the Eastern Conference, oh my god. What do we see there? Wow. Who did we see with the Heat? Oh, well, Milwaukee made it to kind of like before they beat. I'm actually kind of forgetting now. But I remember the Heat versus Milwaukee series. That was so weird. That was confusing, man. I thought Milwaukee would take it to at least game 6 or 7. I don't even know. Was it? Did Heat beat Milwaukee in game 5? I think Heat beat Milwaukee in game 5 or game 6, but I thought it could have gone to like game 7 possibly, but Heat played good, like I'm saying. They have a good coach too. It's gonna definitely be hard for Boston to make it through. Anyways, guys, I think that's gonna wrap it up for the video. I'm actually gonna go check out NBA and go and see who is in the Heat and Milwaukee series over there on the other side, because I literally did not even watch or hear anything about that side. But I've heard about the other 3 corners. But anyways, so if you're new to the channel and you like sports or NBA or anything related, then please hit that subscribe button, like the video, give it a thumbs up, comment down below what you thought of the video, and hit that notification bell if you want to have notifications to all of the new videos that will be coming out soon. Podcasts are very rare to happen, but they will happen. So thank you guys for watching, and see you guys in another video. Sweet!